Okay, I won't delay you because we're here to talk a bit about the details of what we do. To follow on from the Kerry analogy, my wife is a Kerry woman as well, so I'm afraid this is a Kerry-dominated event in some ways. We ran this event last year as well, and I've got here what we learned from last year. So I'm going to highlight one or two things that were said last year that I think we've acted on. So Paul Dowling there was very keen about the sort of view that we needed to run this more management and things like that. So I don't know if we've reacted to it in the right way, Paul, but you've got there, I don't know, one of my favourite movies is The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and in that picture there is the good, that's me, okay? And the ugly is Hugh Brady pointing a gun at my head saying, Mark, you have to get help and all the rest of it. So he's delivered this man here, Mr. Tian, who's definitely the ugly, there's no doubt about it, none whatsoever. Gary O'Callaghan was trying to tell me outside that Paddy's going around town saying that we're twins, but he's the good-looking one, so I'm afraid that's not. Unfortunately, the bad is still there, but we're keeping him at bay, so to speak. So we've done a lot of changes in how we run our business, so to speak. We've also, this is the Electricity Research Centre, but we've now embraced more people through the CEASE cluster. And like Paddy said, there's an energy institute been built inside UCD at the moment, so we're in transition. So one of the other things we learned was that we need to structure ourselves a bit better. So the entire day is built around our new structure, so to speak. And I know that Minister Dowd is very saying I'm world class and all the rest of it. This is not about me anymore. There's no way that this can, I'm just one person. There's nearly 70 people involved in this in total. So it's been split up into different groups, into what I call strands. The strands are not research groups, they are just themes that we think that are, from an outward-facing point of view, industry and society will recognise. So Andrew Keane leads one of the strands, system analysis at the core of it, and James Leeson from the University of Limerick leads a strand in modelling at the core of it. So we realise that's sort of the basic science at the core of everything we do, and they service everyone else, so to speak. We then have an awful lot of economics through people like Sean Lyons and the ESRI. Now, unfortunately, Sean can't be here because today is the Irish Economics Association meeting down in somewhere down. I think it's down in, I don't know where it is, in Portlaoise or someplace. So we're in conflict with them. So we've got markets and regulation, and then Eleanor Denny, who is here today, who will present both of these as policy and social studies. And just what Minister was saying, we are also trying to hire someone in the area of technology acceptance, which I'll say something about later as well. Then we have Terence O'Donnell. Terence has just joined us and he's going to do interconnection and demonstration. So his area is not as well evolved as many of the others because he's just joined us, etc. But Terence has just joined us in the last few months. He's one of our new hires. Then there's Damien Flynn, my colleague in flexibility. And then there's Sean McLuhan, who was in NUI Maynooth and has now moved to Queen's University Belfast in Intelligent Energy Systems. And that's an area we're trying to hire a very senior person in at the moment as well. And then there's Donald Finn from Mechanical Engineering UCD and end use. So we've structured ourselves into sort of divisions or whatever you want to call them, and they're themes, so they're not individual research groups as such because in end use Donald's team has some people from Damien's research group, so to speak, so we've got this matrix type organisation. I'm going to do an MBA eventually, but maybe not yet. So that's the research strands. Then we still face some very serious challenges. Hiring this area is very difficult. Everyone in the world wants these people. So it's a very, very competitive world in this area. Federico Milano, I don't know if Federico's here yet. Federico? Sorry? Anyway, Federico Milano is our new hire who'll start with us in June. He's actually flown over from Spain today to be with us. And this shows you an advertisement. We're looking for 3 more senior people, one actually on the interface in the institute, the interface between gas and electricity, chemical engineering, one in intelligent energy systems, and one in public acceptance of technology. But it's very difficult to hire people because everyone in the world wants these same people and they're quite rare. So just for today, we've structured it around just one other thing that was said last year by, definitely Fintan Sly said it, and Bernice from SSE. Bernice here? Okay. Oh, I'm not a school teacher. I'm not asking her for any excuses. But Bernice did say something very key from the audience. She said, look, this is all great stuff. We sort of presented the academic side of what we're doing. And it went down very well. So this year we're going to present these strands, but in each strand, if you'll see, there's going to be an academic speaker and someone from industry. So we're trying to show the links where we impact on people. So Bord Gash is going to talk ESB, Airgrid, Siemens, Electroroute, SSE, Galectric. They're all going to make their own, so they're all linked to us in some way, either through the people or through the work we do. And then we're going to have a little bit on education and commercialization and talk about E&I, and then we're going to end it with we have very extensive international collaboration going on, and it's building all the time. And it's as much to do with the fact that different countries like Denmark and the United States are here today, that they have things that we don't, and we complement each other nicely, and we're exchanging people. So we're going to finish up with some international speakers. The posters are outside in the room. There's 30 posters. It's approximately the number of PhD students we have. And there's an iPad up there. There's a poster competition, and it's going to be judged by Henrik and by Dana Christensen. So they're going to go around to each poster. Like last year, there's an iPad or a tablet of your choice, I'm supposed to say, because someone may not like the Apple products or whatever, for the best poster. So just the last thing to say, the opportunity, we have a very open door policy. There's some people here who have never worked with us before. We're here to talk to people. There's no point in the state and society funding research if it doesn't actually get out into the real world. We're not that skilled in that. That's, we do our piece. We are academics. We're inside the university system. So industry has to help us to do that. And we're very open to try and do that. So we need to partner with them. Thank you.